Jimipsu? Jimipsu?
Jimipsua.
Jimipsu, Tommy. Yeah! Good job. So Jimipsu. My name is AT. This is my wife Crystal and our son Tommy. And we know a lot of you who are watching know us, but we want to give you a little bit of backstory and an update how we got to where we are. Currently we are sitting in Phnom Penh, Cambodia. We were serving in Ecuador. I was doing a construction project and Crystal was working with young girls that got pulled out of trafficking. When our project came to a conclusion, we would head back to the States. It worked out really well because we were actually pregnant at the time with Tommy. And so we went back and tried to figure out what's next. There was a lot of opportunities that happened and came up at that point. It was some dream jobs that were presented to us, that things we always thought we'd want to do, but something was different. There was stories we brought back with us. There was knowledge of great evil that we didn't know before. So with prayer and talking with mentors in our community, it became clear to us that the rest of our life could be spent on fighting trafficking, on trying to find freedom for these people who are enslaved. We also had the opportunity to go and kind of start our own. There's plenty of places in the world that need it, and that's such a burden on our hearts. This great need and not a lot of organizations doing much. But we realized we were a little out of our element, and we needed to do stuff with excellence. So we looked around the world and tried to find the best organizations that are fighting trafficking and serving vulnerable people. And one of the most premier ones is in Cambodia. And we asked God to open up a door to work under the leadership so we can learn and know how these organizations operate. And the position that we were offered was one of working directly with the leadership of Agape. There are many reasons why Agape International Missions is successful. There's many reasons why what they're doing is impactful. Primarily, we see they are so focused on building up leaders, creating a sustainable idea. And this has a lot to do with believing that Jesus can change people's hearts. That is foundational to anti-trafficking, because the incentives and the bondage is so deep that there needs to be broken chains. And that is where these chains are being broken. I am currently still the executive assistant. I still get to work with the people who are taking care of a lot of the tough questions in day-to-day. However, I also been given a new responsibility. God's so good to me, so good to us, that I'm getting the academic side of me nurtured, but I'm also now being able to go back to my construction skills. There was a need to have a little more leadership in the construction of the school. We're building a school for 1,500 kids, and God and Agape let me jump in and help out and take a little responsibility for it. So I get to be back in construction again. I'm doing academic work. I can't imagine doing more than what I get to do right now. We have a 2-year contract here, and we are open to whatever the Lord asks of us. If He wants us to stay in Cambodia, we say yes, Lord. If He wants us to go back to Latin America, yes, Lord. It's really trying to discern what His will is, not our will. Crystal is going to kind of explain a little bit of where we're at right now, what's going on in our family, and new opportunities, new ministries that we've been a part of.
The Lord has been so faithful in answering prayer and blessing us with a strong community, and just allowing us to step into His kingdom work here has been so humbling, and really has helped us to lean into our faith and seeing the Lord work. some exciting updates that we have are I will be stepping into a service role here with Agape International Missions. It's a part-time role. I will be helping the expats who are new to AIM come and transition well. So I really appreciate that AIM has recognized that there's a need for when expats come to Cambodia and transition to a new culture and a new role to have someone to kind of walk alongside with them. And I get to do that, so I'll be helping the expats transition and orienting them and just being an extra support for them as they transition.
Speaking of transitioning,
we have some more exciting news for our family. We have been praying and the Lord has graciously heard our prayer to add another member to the family. So we're sharing with you that we are currently pregnant, and praising God for that. We're so thrilled to be adding on to our sweet little family. And Tommy's thriving here. He's doing really well. As I've mentioned before, our community here has really rallied around us and loved us so well, and just helped our transition to be very smooth and graceful. So to give you kind of a glimpse into our lives here and what brings us joy living here in Cambodia, one of the huge blessings is just getting outside and getting in nature. We do live in a city, however, we can drive 10 minutes and be on dirt roads where we can see fishermen harvesting their fish and rice paddies, and let Marigold, our dog, run around and just kind of step outside of the city for a moment and pause and reflect and see the beauty of creation and the beauty of our Creator and His hands and all of that. So that really brings us a lot of joy